What's up, Diablo 4 players? Bunch of brand new stuff that you are definitely going to want to know about because they are limited for their timing. So there's a bunch of free events going on in Diablo, and you can get a bunch of free cosmetics as well as a bonus to gold and XP, and there's going to be some new sort of reward that we haven't actually seen before. So with the anniversary of Diablo 4, they're actually celebrating it. There's going to be a bunch of awesome things. So for starters, I want to go over some of the things that are the most important. So those are going to be the dates, because if you miss out on them, I don't think that you can get them again. So for starters, there's going to be something called March of the Goblins. I'll get into that in a second, but I want to go over the dates. So the most important thing is the March of the Goblins event is going to be taking place from June 6th to the 13th. There's also going to be free gifts in the item shop from June 6th until the 12th, and it says you can technically claim them until June 20th, so make sure you guys log on during that. And then there's going to be some sort of Mother's Blessing, and that basically is something we've already seen before, and I'll show you guys exactly what that is. Basically XP and gold bonuses. And then for Immortal, which I don't really cover too much on my channel, but they're saying that you get a free 5-star gem. Now, like, this is actually pretty insane. They just came out with the newer class, so maybe it'll be a nice time if you haven't played. I mean, a 5-star gem is a huge difference in terms of your power, but nonetheless, there's also a Goblin's Plunder. That's going to be from June 6th to the 20th, and the Gold Curse Goliath from 6th to the 18th, and then they're also doing March of the Goblins, which is a similar, I guess, event to the Diablo 4 one. I don't know if we're going to be... It says Mother's Blessing right here, and it says Part 2, but it just shows Mother's Blessing. I don't know if we're going to get anything else for Diablo 4, because that's the game I primarily care about. But for starters, as far as the cosmetics here, we actually do see a picture of the cosmetics, so you can see what we're going to be getting. So I believe these aren't going to be affecting gameplay at all. By the way, these are just skins, but you do have to be able to claim them. So it looks like there's some sort of like horse banner. We've got maybe a wand or some sort of offhand. Looks like a two-handed sword, a staff, and maybe a two-handed axe. And then there are 2 free cosmetic horse mounts, so that's going to be awesome. There's also this new reward here called the Greater Treasure Bag, and it says Legendary Treasure Goblin Cache. So it says it's a bag packed full of item power 925 that the treasure left behind by a slain treasure goblin uses cash to receive your rewards. We don't know exactly what's inside other than item power 925, but if that's just the special thing and it's just legendary items, honestly, I'm going to keep it real. Not too exciting for me personally, as I basically can really only get excited about the sparks that would drop to craft an uber unique. I'm hoping that that's inside. If that's not inside, maybe a huge amount of gold, because gold is something that people are running out of, and we are going to be getting more gold. So there's going to be a bunch of these goblins showing up. I'll get to that in a second, but you can see there's 4 goblins. Again, 4 legendaries, not that exciting, but remember, you also get more materials for the summoning of the other bosses from the goblins drop, so that's going to be a nice little plus. And then on top of that, there is going to be, this is just like a screenshot of a bunch of gold and treasure goblins. I don't know if we get a new treasure goblin room. Like, if you ever played Diablo 3, there's like that room that you can enter, right? In fact, last night I was encountering a portal that would disappear. I don't know if maybe somehow it got bugged and went live, but I couldn't go in the portal. Those of you guys that tuned into the live stream, you guys saw there was a portal that kept on opening up and it would just close, and I could never enter it. But nonetheless, it could be part of the event or something. Maybe a secret area that you have to like click in and then it goes to the goblin area. But here is the Mother's Blessing event. So you get 25% XP boost, and this is supposed to be multiplicative, so that's going to be great. And also a 50% boost to gold from monster kills, so you're going to get more gold from monsters. Now, is that really that much? At the end of the day, the most gold that you get is pretty much from the Whispers when you turn them in, as well as just selling items to other players. And then again, the cosmetics. But as far as what is the March of Goblins, so let's get into that first. So there's going to be increased treasure goblin activity across Sanctuary. So just more treasure goblins at the end of the day, which is good. And then there's going to be some greed shrines. So technically we're getting more gold from monster kills and more of the shrines, which would mean obviously that we'll get more gold in that way too. So that's going to be quite nice. And then goblins are supposedly appearing in pairs. So this is just like double goblins, or maybe, I mean, in this picture over here, it's showing 4. If you've ever played Diablo 3, sometimes you can get into an area where there's just like literally like 30 or 40 goblins, which could be insane for gold or any sort of crafting materials. Again, for the players that have been playing this game for like, 30 hours a day, it's probably not going to be too insane. Again, we don't know what's in the treasure bag. I already went over the Mother's Blessing event over here. Now, there are other things in Diablo Immortal. I'm not going to go over those too in depth, as I'm mainly a Diablo 4 channel. but it looks like that is also being there. And then there's the Gold Curse Goliath, which is a boss from Diablo 4. I don't know if it's being added into Mortal. Like I said, I don't play Immortal. If any of you guys want to chime in on that, that's fine. But there's also like March of the Goblins over here, so if you complete tasks, you can get some legendary crests, which are the only thing that doesn't really matter because the rare crests in Diablo Immortal. Like, I've played the game before, but like getting like a rare gem, I don't know how that's supposed to be very good. The only thing that really matters is that 5-star. So they're saying it's a 5-star Storm Vault legendary gem gift, so you're going to be able to obtain that. And if you've never played before, these like 5-star gems are like just incredibly rare. I don't know how many hours I have in Immortal, but I have had 0 5-star gems. It's incredibly rare. It's if you've played some of those gacha games, it's like the S tier character or a 5-star character that's like ultra mega rare. I mean, it's even more rare than that. And to like rank it up, you need multiple copies of it. But there's also the Curse Goliath over here. There's a Trial of Plunder. Again, I'm mostly a Diablo 4 player, but looking at the rewards over here, if you can select whatever gem you want, that's, I don't know, they're showing off, I think, the Phoenix one, and I think it's Blessing of the Worthy is what it's called. I think that's what the legendary gem is. But, I mean, as far as getting legendaries and XP, they've also done a different Paragon system with Diablo Immortal, but I only hopped in for, like, a little bit of time and checked out the new class. But there's also some sort of Phantom Market over here. So there's going to be a Phantom Market from June 13th, and it just says that the Phantom Market provides the most illuminating armor for your adventurer. So I don't know if this is something that's free, or you have to actually purchase it, but that looks really cool for skins. I'll probably end up using this artwork as thumbnail, because that's awesome. But nonetheless, they mentioned it's okay emoji 60%. What is this supposed to be? You get like some sort of emojis. Again, I don't play Immortal, so I don't think these actually like matter. These are just cosmetics. Oh, so you know what it might be? Might be one of these events where you have to like, you get a certain amount of points, and then you could spin on a wheel or something. That's my guess, or you randomly open something. But again, I'm mostly excited about the Diablo 4 stuff, but that's going to go ahead and be the brand new update. And if you were waiting on making a new class, I would say just go ahead and continue grinding out the pit right now. So let me actually give you guys like the best idea in terms of like min-maxing. So my suggestion would be, because we're not increasing pit material and most people want to play more than one class, my suggestion right now, play your best class up until we get that bonus event. So again, the dates that are important, it just says part 2. It doesn't say the specific date. My assumption is after this event ends. So maybe on the 13th or 14th is when this would start. Or it could start at the 20th. Nonetheless, I would wait to start a new character, because 25% XP bonus is a huge amount, actually. So if you are waiting on making a newer class, go ahead and do that. If you haven't made the Barbarian yet, now is definitely a great time, because Barbarian and Rogue are pretty much just tearing it up in like 2-3 minute like pit 80 to 90s. And so gathering your materials will be good to kind of set up for your other characters. But that's going to go and wrap up things. That's the new anniversary and the event. And on top of that, another quick thing that I should mention here, because I could fit it in this video. They are fixing an issue with the rapid fire. So that's something that was actually bugged and it wasn't really working. And if you were unable to masterwork, now that has been reset. And then the Boulder and Hurricane with Dolmen Stone is now going to be applying properly, so it's another bug fix, which is awesome. And then they're actually buffing the Barbarian, which is crazy, because a lot of Barbarians will run the two-handed axe expertise. So a lot of things just weren't working properly in the game, and now we have an update. So this is a new buff to the Barbarian, which is crazy. They said the baseline damage to vulnerable. So with Barbarian, the two-handed axe expertise, which again, most people run for pushing. And then with Necromancer, it's cold, skeleton, mage, sacrifice bonus, and not everyone's playing minions anyways, let's be honest. And then with the Sorcerer, this is actually big for any of the cold builds. Frigid Fate, now Storm Swell, Aspect of Shredding Blades, Glinting Firebolt, and Enhanced Firewall. So this will be a nice buff to any cold sorceresses. Right now, the Frozen Orb Sorceress is one of the most popular builds. So that is going to be buffed in 2 different areas. A lot of people run Frigid Fate for every single build. That's going to be quite nice. And then on top of that, Rogue actually got a change with the Malice passive, so that's a buff, Enhanced Dash, as well as Fundamental Heartseeker. So those are all going to be some buffs, and most importantly, the Rogue is actually kind of fixed with this, but that's going to be the brand new news and update with the new celebration of the anniversary of Diablo 4. But anyways, that's going to go to wrap up things. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here and you want to be up to date on Diablo as well as other games, hit subscribe to the bell, and you'll definitely see more very soon. Take care, and let me know what you think of this brand new event.